An interesting thing to note about the background music for the GameCube menu is that it's actually just a slowed down version of the music that plays when you start up the Famicom Disk System. So it's like pretty much the exact same music, except it's slowed down to some crazy percentage. I don't remember exactly how much it's slowed down, but I mean, if you sped this music up right now, you would hear the music that plays when you turn on your Famicom Disk System. But anyway, hello there everyone, Andrew here, and today we are playing Sonic Adventure DX for the GameCube. And we're not playing it for the reasons that you might expect, because we're not going to be playing like the normal adventure mode, or anything like that. What we're actually going to be doing is we're going to be doing using a feature in this game and then playing a completely different game through that. You'll see anyway, and it'll probably be up in the title, so everyone will already know what's going on before I even show it here. Yeah, I just need to turn the volume down a bit there. But anyway, what's it called? I actually had different plans originally for today. I wanted to play Sonic Jam for the Sega Saturn and then play Sonic the Hedgehog 1 through that. So because what Sonic Jam is Sonic Jam is a compilation of the first 3 Sonic games, although it also has some really cool features and stuff like that built into it. So I was going to play Sonic 1 inside of Sonic Jam, so like it wouldn't just be Sonic 1. I would have showed off like the other bonus features and stuff that Sonic Jam comes with. And I thought that would be interesting, but then I remembered that my Sega Saturn doesn't have an AV cable that has the red, yellow, white on it. It just goes directly into RF, and I can't record things that only go directly into RF. I don't know why the Saturn doesn't have a cord that has the red, yellow, white in. So anyway, that meant I couldn't record anything through Saturn. I should probably get one of those cables online, but they're like 10 bucks. Maybe I actually didn't really check too well. I'll check again, but anyway, I might pick those up someday so I can actually play Saturn games. Because, yeah, for some reason they don't have a cord like that. So anyway, I figured there was no point on just playing Sonic 1. I mean, everyone's played Sonic 1 if I couldn't show those bonus features and stuff like that. So I figured, hey, why don't we go and play Sonic's other kind of first game. His first game on the Game Gear, and that is Sonic the Hedgehog. It's pretty much just called Sonic the Hedgehog. Also for the Game Gear, although the game is a bit different because, of course, they had to dumb a few things down. But anyway, yeah, we're playing it on Sonic DX because as you collect emblems, you eventually unlock some Game Gear classics. Now, this was a neat feature, although it was kind of beat out when you got things like Sonic Mega Collection Plus, which had the Game Gear games, and Sonic Gems Collection. But I figured it would be fun to play on Sonic Adventure DX, since it's something a lot of people probably don't do. So anyway, yeah, this is a port of the Game Gear game, Sonic the Hedgehog. Because, I mean, of course, what would Sega's handheld be without a Sonic the Hedgehog game? So yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog 1 for the Game Gear definitely takes a lot of its looks from the Genesis game, although obviously the music's not as good, and the level design isn't as good either. I mean, it's a lot more linear rather than Sonic. The Genesis Sonic games were always good for having multiple paths and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, so you're definitely going to see it's not as high quality, but it's still a decent game. But yeah, like I said, I was going to play Sonic 1 in Sonic Jam, so that was too bad, but I figured I would play this because it's still an interesting game, and one that a lot of people probably haven't seen too. I will probably do the first few worlds. I believe that this is a checkpoint. I actually haven't played this game in quite a while myself, so it's the first time I've played this in a while. But yeah, overall, it's still quite an interesting game, and something a lot of people probably haven't seen, so it should be interesting for them. There's a platform I have to wait for. I never, ever wait for it. I always jump off there, for some dumb reason. Let's see, are we at the end already? And overall, it starts out quite easy, although it does definitely get more difficult at the end. I believe that if we have 50 coins, or sorry, 50 rings at the end of the level, we will get a bonus game, just like at the end of Sonic 1, where the big ring would be there. Although since we didn't have 50 rings, we just get an Eggman picture on the back of the sign, and it pushes us on to Act 2. I've always really liked this overworld map here. It's always really neat. It kind of shows you where you're going. I believe that once you get farther, it kind of zooms in more towards like the factory and the mountain at the top too. Yeah, so you fall down the hole, it's like, no! But I mean, as you go on, yeah, the level themes definitely do get different. Like, you start at Green Hill, although as the game goes on, you do start to see a few worlds that were like never used in the other Sonic games. Yeah, I believe there's like a bridge world next to them, something crazy like that. Can you go up waterfalls? No, you can't. You only go down. There's going to be secrets in each world to find. I don't know how those spikes did not hit me. What's it called? Yeah, every world, I believe, has a Chaos Emerald for you to find, and if you collect them all at the end, I believe something special happens, although I don't remember exactly what that special thing is. Yeah, so if we go down here, we should find the Chaos Emerald somewhere, I believe. Let's see, roll into you. There's no downs, like, spin dash in this game, so if you hold down and try to charge up, nothing actually happens. Let's see, is that Chaos Emerald here? It might be. Right here. Oh, yeah! Yeah, there it is! Awesome fanfare there. So yeah, that's the one for this world. Like I said, I believe every single world has one of those Chaos Emeralds, and when you collect them all, something cool happens. But yeah, we are playing Sonic games this week to celebrate, or I guess to celebrate, not really like a celebration, but it's to commemorate, I don't even know if you call it commemoration, to something, because Sonic 4 Episode 2 is coming out, and that is a game that I have been looking forward to for a while, because, I mean, Sonic 4 Episode 1 came out quite a while ago now, and then Sonic Generations came out, which was an awesome game, so I mean, I had no problem them releasing that in between the episodes. But yeah, now Episode 2 is coming out, and like I said at the end of Ape Escape, the physics and stuff in it aren't really the best, but I still enjoyed it. I mean, some people, of course, won't like it, because, I mean, that's what people on the internet do. No, I mean, I'm joking. I mean, of course, there are reasons, legitimate reasons that people might not like it, and I respect those, but I mean, I just enjoyed it. Because, I mean, heck, I could play Superman 64. I think I can play a Sonic game with physics that aren't the best. I mean, but there's a difference between a few physics problems and glitches that make it unenjoyable. I mean, what's it called? Like Sonic 06. I felt there was just so many things about that game that made it unenjoyable, and I mean, I really wanted to play Sonic 06, but I had so much trouble, like, sticking to it, and I remember every once in a while I'd be like, man, I really want to get through this, so I'd play a few levels, and then my attention span would just, like, drop, and I wouldn't go back to it. Maybe a few months later I'd go back to it again. So, I mean, I might be about halfway through it now. But, I mean, like, it's not like other Sonic games, like Sonic Adventures and Sonic Generations, where I just sat down and destroyed the whole thing 100% in a week. Because, I mean, I love those games so much. So, anyway, we have the bonus game here because we had 65 rings at the end of the level. And it is pretty much just get all the rings you can. And I'm not even touching these rings up here. I'm somehow still getting them. Not getting those ones. Whatever, we'll just let those ones go. Whoa! No! I didn't need... I went through the wall, I think. Ah! Almost 100. That wasn't fair at all. Almost got an extra life. Yeah, we'll probably do the first 2 or 3 worlds. Unless I'm met with, like, a catastrophic disaster and I get, like, a game over. Then we'll call it quits. But yeah, we'll see how things go. So like I said, I haven't played this game in a while, so I really don't know how well things are going to go. So yeah... But Act 3 is the boss act, although I don't remember if we have a level first. No, actually, no, there's no level, it's just the boss. Although, I do remember, I believe it's World 2. If you go behind the start, I think there's like an extra life there or something like that. Whoa! Oh! Awesome, I actually completely forgot that was down there, although luckily I completely messed up that jump. And we found the extra life. I believe every boss level has an extra life, although I could be making that up. Like a hidden extra life, but anyway, we'll see. So anyway, we have the first boss here. I believe he just comes, and you kind of just hit him. I mean, I don't think he really does anything. Like, I don't know if I just kill him too fast, or like if he actually starts doing something, if you like, for some reason don't hit him after like 30 seconds. I don't know, but I mean, that is quite possibly the easiest boss in Sonic the Hedgehog history, where absolutely nothing happens and you kind of just hit him. Yeah, overall, this week we're going to be going over a whole bunch of different Sonic games. So, like I said, I wanted to start off with Sonic 1 and Sonic Jam since I thought it was something that a lot of people probably hadn't seen. Although, unfortunately, that didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. So we're doing this instead, and hopefully it's still enjoyable, because I'm sure it's a game that a lot of people still probably haven't played. As far as other things go, one of the days will probably be Sonic 4 Episode 1. And because, obviously, I mean, Episode 2 is coming out, so it makes sense for one of the days to be Episode 1. And I have a good idea for what I want Friday to be, and I have a good idea for what I want Wednesday's real-life display video to be. Which hopefully should be interesting. Although I still have to decide what I want one of the days to be, but we'll see about that. Anyway, the Chaos Emerald in this world, I always remembered it being a huge pain. Because I remember if you mess it up, you can't go back and try again. Because it might be in the second act, and there's something about the second act that nobody likes. Because nobody likes levels that have a certain feature that the second act does. And that was a dumb jump. That's the thing about Sonic games. You always want to go fast, kind of, because, I mean, Sonic, just naturally, when you start moving forward for, like, a long time without, like, hitting any objects, you start to move fast, and, I mean, you don't want to slow down and, like, take your time, and that can cost you sometimes when you, like, accidentally jump off edges, and whoa! Let's not get destroyed here. Anyway, don't hit that spring, that looks like a really massive jerk move. Sending you right into the water. Whoa, okay, no. Obviously, I'm going to try and get that. So you kind of go up, and you shoot that higher, and that will shoot you higher. And that's an easy extra life right there. No reason that anyone should not get that, unless you're, like, for some reason running too fast. Okay. Okay. Alright, so yeah, so this right here, just kind of do that. Okay, I don't remember it being that easy. Like, I think the bridge even comes back? Or maybe that's it. I mean, I don't think the bridge comes back if you leave the screen, although it might. I'm actually not 100% about that. Although, yeah, I mean, if it doesn't come back, and then you make that part of the bridge fall that you have to stand on so that you can make the jump, then yeah, you're going to be toast when it comes to trying to get that Chaos Emerald. So anyway, we have 2 of them down there. Awesome. I don't remember exactly how many worlds there are. I mean, it looks like there's only space for like 5 emeralds. So there might only be like 5 worlds. Who knows? But yeah, as you can see, we're in like a bridge world now, and that is a world that I don't believe has been featured in any other Sonic game. I don't believe, anyway. And then there was like a highway world in Sonic Advance 3. Sonic Advance 3 was an awesome game. Maybe I should play that. We'll see. Anyway, I like the Sonic Advance games, although they're games I know haven't really got too much attention. So I know while everyone was bashing that, like, Sonic hadn't had a good game in forever. Wow, I'm just spazzing out. I'm not even touching anything, and he's just going back and forth. I mean, I know I could have probably got more rings if I had cared, but I mean, who cares? Anyway, we can still get up there if we really wanted to, I think. Maybe get up there. Oh, well, who cares? Oh, you can still... Okay, it's not that bad. Where is the end exactly, though? I remember there was, like, a sign last time we had to go to. To end the bonus game, although I don't really see where that is here. Maybe if we just keep going to the left, we'll come across it. Yeah, it's very hard to get up there and get all those rings, and not really too much point in worrying about it, since we'll probably not get 100 anyway. Yeah, we didn't get enough, so I think we gotta continue if we get enough, actually. Oh, maybe not. Although we did get an extra life from all that, so I guess that because we got over 50,000 points. And yeah, that was Act 1 of the bridge level, and we got the bonus game at the end too. Now, this level is a pain, and you will see why in 3, 2, 1, now. It's auto-scrolling! Oh god, you can't even see your lives because there's like a blue overlay thing down there that blocks it out. But I mean, who likes auto-scrolling levels? I mean, auto-scrolling is something that I don't think any other Sonic game has really had. I mean, there's levels where you get, like, you have to run away from things and stuff like that, but I mean, it's like an auto-scrolling level where the screen kind of, like, pushes behind you. I don't think any other Sonic game has ever had that, and I have to say, it's really weird. It's kind of like how Mega Man 4, one of the castle levels, it was auto-scrolling, and that is just completely bizarre, because, I mean, Mega Man and auto-scrolling, you never think that they would go well together, although it was neat to have one auto-scrolling level. And I believe it was the 3rd level of Dr. Caustic's castle, and Mega Man 4 was auto-scrolling, and it was pretty interesting. Although I'm pretty sure that there were a whole bunch of glitches as a result. That you can pull off in that level, just because of how weird it is. And I was flashing, I should have been able to kill you. Anyway. Yeah, definitely have enough lives to keep going for a little while. Like I said, we'll probably just do the first, probably 3 worlds. We're not going to end after World 2. It's only been like 15 minutes, or not even yet. So yeah, it's still going. Although, this definitely is an interesting game. I mean, it definitely tries to be like the Genesis version, although it definitely does some interesting things too. There were actually quite a lot of Game Gear Sonic games. I mean, there was this, and then there was Sonic 2, and then also known as, it was actually called Sonic and Tails, I believe, in Japan, instead of like having the 2 on it, and that was just floating in the water, lucky we didn't miss. And then there was Sonic Chaos, Sonic Triple Trouble, and then there was the racing game, Sonic Drift 1 and 2, Sonic's Tails Sky Patrol, Tails Adventure, a whole bunch of crazy things. Crazy Sonic games for the, for the Game Gear. Quite a few of them were actually ported to the Master System too, which is interesting. Because, I mean, the Master System is an old system, so it's weird that they would bother porting it back to that. Because it's kind of weird to have a Sonic game for a system that's older than the Genesis. Meanwhile, the Genesis was actually the first game. The Genesis Sonic was actually the first one, and the Sonic the Hedgehog for the system that came before the Genesis was actually a completely different title. I'm just confusing everyone. Anyway, that is the 2nd act, and that was a lot easier than I remember. Man, I thought it was way worse than that. Ow. And, yeah, so Act 3 is the boss act, and hopefully it's a lot more difficult than the last boss, which I believe it is, because the last boss was ridiculously dumb. Now let's see, if you go behind the start, wow, it wasn't even hidden. You could clearly see that there was like a piece of it sticking out. And that was very easy to get. Alright, so let's see, what is this boss? I have no memory of what this boss is. I'm kind of just rolling there. Oh man! I kind of hit him. And you know, I thought it would be like any other Sonic game where you can just keep kind of like bouncing on him until he goes back down. And the extra life doesn't come back. Okay, so it's not too bad then. It's not like we can just keep stocking up on lives. But I mean, like, usually in a Sonic game, you can just keep bouncing on him. But I guess in this game, the way, the temporary invincibility kind of breaks that. So anyway, let's kind of get out of the way. Oh man, okay. Usually in Sonic games, you get rings too, so usually you can take a few hits. Bosses in Sonic games are a lot harder when you can only take one hit to kill them. Yeah, so it definitely makes it a bit more difficult. So let's see here. Alright, so hit you. Just kind of stay away now. Okay, what? Wow, that's kind of a difficult attack to avoid. It kind of just spreads across the whole screen. This could possibly be that catastrophic disaster I was talking about. Although, I mean, the second boss, really? I shouldn't be losing at this. I've definitely gotten way farther than this. I've beat this game before. Although, like I said, it's been a long time. And that, I hit that so bad. Okay. And it's not messing up this time, so okay, hit you. I could swear I didn't even touch that. I could really swear that I was like, ah! Like, is the hitbox really bad, or is it just me? Like, ah, okay. Okay, so finally got that one. Now we're down to like 2 lives. There's no guarantee we'll even beat it on this one. Okay, so finally getting the hang of it. I'm gonna go back and watch that footage. I could swear that the hitbox was like broken for a few of those shots. But anyway, let's see how this works out. Just keep coming up, shooting that. I mean, it's a big jump from the first boss though, which I mean does like absolutely nothing. This one that like sprays bullets all over your face. Let's see. Not yet. Hopefully, like, one more. Oh, that was close. I was afraid the terrible hitbox was gonna, kill me on that one, but luckily it didn't. No! Okay, I thought I was gonna get, like, stuck inside him. Whoa, that was close. That was very close. Come on, one more. Has to be, like, one more. Come on! No! Like, how many hits does it take? It just wants me to mess up. I'm going to mess up, and then we're gonna be, like, never see any more of the game. Boom! Yes! Take that! Just take that! You stupid! Dr. Eggman. No, I actually love Dr. Eggman. No, not that kind of way. But he's I think he's an awesome enemy. Like Dr. Wily and stuff. I always like evil doctors as like bosses and stuff like that. They're usually hilariously dumb while being smart at the same time, which is kind of funny somehow. But anyway, Area 2, Zone 2, whatever it's called, down. And we are going on to the jungle. And has there ever been a jungle? I think there's been jungles in Sonic games before. Yeah, there's definitely been a few times where there's been a jungle. Although I don't know about a 2D Sonic game. Maybe Sonic Rush started in the jungle, or was that just the forest? I'm actually not 100% sure. Anyway, I'm pretty sure. Whoa, whoa, that was terrible. Just kind of like slip off the edge by accident. Now the question of the question of destiny. Is there a 0 life? Because if there is, we're not going to be as toast. And I was hoping there was like a secret extra life off to the left there, but there wasn't. Yeah, like, what is this? Okay, so you can kind of just jump on it. I had to make this massive, like, mistake and kind of run off the edge by accident. No! Whoa! Yeah, the upward slopes are very weird. I mean, like, it feels weird jumping on them, but then again, it's probably just me. Ooh, and there's an extra life up there, but okay. Not that hard to get. We're good. We're good. So, okay, up to 2 lives again. So we don't really need to worry about that 0 yet. And I almost just destroyed myself there. But luckily I didn't. Checkpoint. Yeah, okay, good. So, okay, don't go down there. Whoa, no, why did I just do that? That was a very risky jump, although it paid off, which I'm actually very surprised it did. We jump on the log. Okay, so we're kind of just, like, rolling along the log. And I'm guessing if you get hit, you probably, like, go flying. It's not very good. Jump over the spikes. Cool. 50 rings, so now we're gonna get the bonus game. And then we have to be a bit patient right on this thing, although I don't know exactly. Am I supposed to jump? Alright, I'm supposed to jump and not wait. Although luckily there was some extra floor down there, so we didn't get killed. Okay, so now we have like rocks inside of the waterfall. Another log thing, which we don't even need since we can just jump over it. And another log, and another log. Come to think of it, this map is actually very reminiscent to something I believe was originally going to be in Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I believe there's going to be a forest or jungle level that looks just like this. Like if you go to I keep running off edges for some reason. Like if you want to look at Sonic 2 Beta, or Sonic Beta, Sonic Retro, whatever the website's called, I believe they have images of that. Maybe even the Cutting Room Floor, which is an awesome website for seeing like beta content and unused stuff in video games. I'm sure it's there, so go check that out. And that was just cheap. It pushed me right off the edge. Is there a 0? No. That's too bad. I was really hoping to beat at least the 3rd world. But I just sucked, and there's no continue in this game. Wow. That's really weird. A thing to note is that the controls kind of do feel a bit clunkier in this game than they do in like the, in what's it called? In like the Genesis games. So anyway, yeah, so you have Sonic Drift, Sonic Chaos, Sonic Spinball, Sonic Labyrinth, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Mean Bean Machine, Triple Trouble, Drift 2, and Sky Patrol. I believe, yeah, there's also like a few more on Sonic's Gem Collection. And yeah, you unlock these as you get emblems in the game. So yeah, for having all of the emblems, I believe I have all of them unlocked. Overall, I love this game. Sonic Adventure has always been one of my favorite games. So since that was so short, I mean, we might as well go and do something inside the game. Let's go check out the Chows. Chows are very interesting. Chows, like these artificial creatures that you could raise and give them stats and stuff. My really good one, I started on Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, and I made it really good there, and then I actually beat that game 100% before I beat this one, so I just used the Game Boy transfer feature to put it onto this one. Take that, my really good Chow from Adventure 2 and put it into this game. And yeah, that was pretty much how I beat all the Chow races in this game. I didn't even bother raising it. Although I did play this whole game again when they released it for PlayStation 3 on you could download it from PSN, and it was a lot of fun. I actually really enjoyed it. That's not you. I have so many like useless Chows that have like no stats. That's Andy, although that's not my good one. I can swear I had another better one. He's like out in the water somewhere. There he is. He's the hero guy. Look at that. Those stats are awesome. I really should get Fly and stuff up there. But yeah, he's great. And yeah, overall, Chows are pretty fun, but the races are kind of neat. I really should transfer him back to Adventure 2 someday where he belongs. But yeah, I think that's all we're going to do for today, because overall, I think it's a pretty good start to Sonic Week, and I'm really excited for episode 2. Can't wait for that. It comes out in like 1 day for North America people, 2 days for Europe people. I have no idea when it came out in Japan, or if it's out already, or if it comes out like next week, or who knows what. But anyway, I believe that's it today, so thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and hope to see you next time for something different. So thanks, and see you then.